I'm Jane Pauley. Please join us when our trumpet sounds again next Sunday morning.
I'm Margaret Brennan in Washington, and this week on Face the Nation, President Trump travels to Asia, hoping to make trade deals with foreign friends and adversaries alike. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent will be here with breaking news in advance of the much-anticipated Trump-Xi meeting. President Trump was all smiles as he kicked off a trip filled with plans for international wheeling and dealing.
How would you smile? Yes, everybody smiles.
He may be ready for deal-making abroad, but back home, the standoff over funding the government continues. Health care subsidies for the Affordable Care Act are about to run out, causing premiums for millions to spike and grocery prices continue to soar.
Inflation I've already taken care of. Economically, the country is the strongest it's ever been. Thank God for tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, we'd be a third world nation.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries will be here, as will South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. We'll also talk with Congressman John Molinar. He's the head of the House Select Committee on Strategic Competition between the U.S. and the Chinese Communist Party. Finally, also breaking this morning, Paris prosecutors say arrests have been made in last week's robbery of an estimated $100 million worth of jewels and diamonds at the Louvre. It's all just ahead on Face the Nation. Good morning and welcome to Face the Nation. President Trump has left the government shutdown, now in its 26th day behind him, and is making his way through 3 Asian countries on a globe-trotting trade tour this week. His trip will culminate on Thursday when he meets with Chinese President Xi Jinping in South Korea. We spoke just a short while ago with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who has been leading the trade talks with China in advance of the meeting between the leaders of the world's 2 largest economies. We asked the secretary whether or not the president's threat to impose a 155% tariff on China effective November 1st was still on the table.
Margaret, I think we had a very good 2-day meeting. I would believe that so it would be an extra 100% from where we are now. And I believe that that is effectively off the table. I'm not going to get ahead of the 2 leaders who will be meeting in Korea on Thursday, but I can tell you we had a very good 2 days, so I would expect that the threat of the 100% has gone away, as has the threat of the immediate imposition of the Chinese initiating a worldwide export control regime.
That export control on rare earths, which is used in all sorts of electronics and automobiles, that'll be lifted?
Well, it was never imposed. So they threatened to impose it in December, and President Trump, to give me and the trade team leverage, decided that it would be a good idea for him to threaten 100% additional tariff, and it did give us a great deal of leverage. President Trump's very good at creating leverage for us. This is the 5th meeting that we've had with the Chinese. My Chinese counterpart is the Vice Premier, Ho Feng. So we had a very good 2 days. We discussed a wide variety of issues, from the rare earth magnets to trade to substantial purchases of American agricultural products to the Chinese helping us in this fentanyl crisis that we have in the U.S.
On the purchases of American goods, American farmers have been hit hard by China's boycott of American soybeans that went into place